Jennifer has moved on. She got new kids, new this, new that, new life. And this nigga comes back 15 years later. And she's just looking at him like, what the fuck do you want? Like, why are you here? And he's like, you know, I didn't mean to leave you like that. You know, I had to go in the water. Like, I had to go because if not, she was gonna kill you. Let me stop. I'm the Mademoiselle Sasa Diziam Chanel Win. Welcome to my second channel. If you're watching this, you should know I have multiple channels. Everything is going to be linked down below. We have another Voodoo story time for you guys, and this one is about mermaids. You guys love these mermaid story times. I'll be trying to savor them so I don't run out for real. And also because it's like, I don't want to just make videos about mermaids all day. You feel me? So this is a story that I believe my father told me when I was like in high school or something like that. And it's always been a very funny one to me because a lot of people have this image of mermaids that they're very, very beautiful, mystical creatures that can do no harm, that grant your wishes like a little genie and make you rich. But sometimes they're just not great people. I already told you guys the story about the mermaid that basically tried to kill the child as it was a generational debt type of situation. So now we're going to talk about a mermaid that was just a little too close for her own comfort. This story takes part in Simak and all over Haiti. To be quite honest with you, there's loads of rivers and lakes and oceans and beaches. Water is definitely abundant in Haiti. However, what's in these waters is what you should be afraid of, because and then there's other spiritual things that I haven't even touched base on this channel. So for this story, we got to start naming the characters. We have a couple. We're going to name them Michael and Jennifer. So Michael and Jennifer were a young couple, but they also had money. Jennifer worked at a bank and Michael owned a business, and they were very, very well off. Michael was extremely popular. Everybody wanted to be with Michael. Like, Michael was one of those men that like all the girls had crush on, all the men wanted to be like him. It was very interesting because when it came to Jennifer, Jennifer was just very, very quiet, very average at best. I hate to say it that way, but that's how my dad told me the story. He said she was average at best. Like, she really wasn't anything special, but hey, she got the guy and they truly did love each other. Now, they would always go to the local river or whatever to take baths. So when they would go down to this river, they would bathe each other. It'd be so cute, you know? They pour water on each other, you know, do all the little cutesy whatever stuff. Until one day, some way, somehow, Michael slips into the water, goes missing for a good 30 minutes. At this point, you know, Jennifer is going crazy. She's asking people to help her find her husband because her husband has fell into the water and she can't find him. Now, what's really crazy about this is a shallow river. This is not a river where it's like, you know, you need to be at least 5 foot to swim in. You stand in the water and the water is not going above your waist. The fact that he got sucked into the water, everybody's just looking like, oh my God, met blue point. Oh my God, Lasilin point. Oh my God, something took his ass in the water. He eventually comes up from the water and, you know, she's just like, what the fuck? Like, where were you? Like, what happened? Like, are you okay? And he's like, well, I don't know. I have no idea. Like, I don't know how I ended up down there. He's stuttering. He's cold. He's super exhausted. Even though he was gone for like 30 minutes, it's as if he was gone for like 30 days. He can't speak. He can't tell anybody what happened. He's a little confused. He's disoriented. So over time, she tries to ask him like, hey, like, are you okay? Like, what happened in the water? And he's just like, I can't even tell you. Just don't ever take me to the water. Like, he is so like terrified. So she's like, okay, like, you know, we'll never go back to the water again. But you know, Haitians just be saying shit. A few months later, they end up going back to the water. And this time he gets pulled in. However, he doesn't come back after 30 minutes. He comes back after a week. He, at this point, is like, I was with the mermaids. The mermaids took me and they gave me an offer. They said, I gotta stay down there with this mermaid or they come and they kill you. So after a week of being missing, he comes back and he tells her this. And she's like, what the fuck are you talking about? And he's like, there's mermaids down there. They kept me for a week. They took decent care of me. But one of them, like, she wants me. Like, she she wants me to stay down there. Like, she's not gonna let me go. And she says she's gonna keep snatching me and keep taking me until I agree to stay down there. And if I say no, she's gonna come kill you. So at this point, she's just thinking like, you're fucking insane. And there's no way there's some mermaids that are trying to say that they're trying to keep you away from me. Jennifer is very practical. She doesn't believe in anything mystical. Meanwhile, Michael, very on the fence. He doesn't not believe in it, but he doesn't believe in it either. It's one of those things where it's like, he believes that there's a possibility. And now that he's had this experience and being kidnapped twice, he's just like, yeah, no, like, I have to go back there. He's like, listen, if I don't go back, they're going to kill you. And she's like, you saying some bullshit right now type shit. So she doesn't let him get back in the water. She's basically like, if you go back down there, then we're done. Few days later, the mermaid comes to visit them in their house. I've had a few videos about mermaids just pulling up to people's houses. Apparently, mermaids can walk on land and breathe underwater. First things first, we got to name the mermaid. We're going to name her Ariel. I just love naming them Ariel. I name almost every mermaid in my stories Ariel. Ariel, the mermaid, walking around the house, making noise, singing. Now, you guys are probably like, wait, singing? Yes. If you guys are not aware, when it comes to sirens, mermaids, all of that, they like to sing and their music lures men to them. At this point, Michael is going crazy. Jennifer is terrified, but she low-key mad as fuck. But what's scarier about this is Michael is low-key like answering to the song, like he's trying to get out to her. He's banging on the door, trying to get out to her. Meanwhile, Jennifer's in front of the door, blocking him, stopping him from going out. She's terrified and she don't want her man to go to no mermaid. So she ends up leaving. And Ariel legit did this for like at least 3, maybe 5 days, where she came in the house in the middle of the night, roaming through the rooms, singing a song, trying to lure Michael in. So one day while Jennifer isn't around, Michael ends up going into the water and being with the mermaid. How did this happen? Well, Jennifer ended up having to go somewhere for a funeral. Michael didn't go with her for whatever reason, so he ends up staying home. At night, of course, the mermaid comes to collect and he ends up getting in the water with her. And he does not ever come back until about maybe 15 years later. Jennifer has moved on. She got new kids, new this, new that, new life. And this nigga comes back 15 years later. And she's just looking at him like, what the fuck do you want? Like, why are you here? And he's like, you know, I didn't mean to leave you like that. You know, I had to go in the water. Like, I had to go because if not, she was going to kill you. I was trying to protect you. And she's like, I really don't want to hear anything about that. Now, this is the thing when it comes to mermaids. If you ever really look into it, you'll hear things about mermaids kidnapping people, predominantly kids though, because a lot of them are not able to have kids that survive too long, or sometimes they'll have kids and they get, you know, killed by boats and stuff like that. Or sometimes they like to have kids with human men. So apparently this mermaid had snatched Michael up, not only because I guess she had heard that he was flea, and I guess she picked him to have kids with. So after the 15 years of her having as many mermaid babies as she could with him, she let him go. That night, after Michael came to visit her, the mermaid actually came back and thanked her. And she was like, I apologize. Like, désolé, parce que pour Michael normal, man, you know, I had to do what I had to do. And she was shook, you know, because Jennifer really didn't believe anything that Michael was saying. She really thought that he just abandoned her. But she was like, you know, don't be mad at him. I know you got your own life now and y'all can't get back together. I am sorry. What happened wasn't necessarily his fault. I was selfish, and because of your selfless act, you will be rewarded. After this, Jennifer was rewarded with riches. She became super rich. She ended up opening her own business, and then she ended up moving to like Canada or France, and she ended up living a really long, beautiful, luxurious life with the money and the riches that that mermaid had granted her for basically lending her ex-husband for 15 years. With that being said, comment down below. Would you let your man go to a mermaid if it mean you'd be rich 15 years later? I ain't gonna lie, as a Capricorn, part of me is like, shit, take that nigga. But part of me is like, no, I love my man, never. But I'd be rich for the rest of my life. I don't know. It's hard. That's a hard trade-off. 15 years is absolutely asinine in my opinion. But let me know, would you let your mermaid borrow your man for a couple of years so she could have kids? Would you let a mermaid borrow your man or your wife? Not I. Anyways, make sure you guys like, share, subscribe, do all that. Comment down your stories in the comment section. Or if you would like me to read the stories, please send them to my KrikKrakCOZ email. Please don't send it to my personal Gmail because I'm going to delete it. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys so very much. And I'm going to see y'all in the next one.